blue, black, red, green. One with you. Showdown and feeling terror. Our power combines to obliterate our foes with one last crash. We will defeat them with the final flash.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah. I'm recording.
Alright. Welcome everyone to Military Grade Magic, where this week the internet's new favorite game show returns with new set draft, Marble Edition. We are, of course, joined by our genie of magical knowledge, Moose. Moose, how does it feel to be emotionally traumatized by Tuvasa?
It doesn't feel good. I feel scarred. But you know what? That's military life for you anyways, is being
True.
scarred for life.
They
It's
make an
true.
ointment for that.
Tuvasa is the equivalent of the green weenie in my experience. She's not a nice lady.
She's nice. It's the everything around her that makes her really, really mean.
I firmly disagree. Bant does not need that level of Enchantress. That's just my opinion. That deck and what was the Selesnya deck that the new kid made?
It was. I would rather go against a Tuvasa than a Sithis any day of the week.
No
Yes.
fucking way.
Yes.
No.
Because you only draw the one card per turn. With Sithis, you gain a life and you draw a card every enchantment you play.
It's not that. It's the access to blue that makes Tuvasa so much worse.
Okay. The counterspell magic did win the game, I will say.
Counterspell magic, but also blue is where you're getting all of your cannot be blocked enchantments.
Yeah.
You get a lot of your
shit.
card
I'm on
draw.
call. The on-call place is calling me, but continue.
Right.
We'll step out right quick.
Okay. Don't cut that out. Let that stay in. Is he muted? Is he still talking? Is he doing his thing?
He's doing his thing.
He's doing his thing. Anyway, my personal thoughts are Enchantress decks are almost as bad as Staxy decks, in my opinion, because I feel like your turns take almost as long. I don't know if you feel the same way, Moose. You're still working on your Enchantress deck.
Yes, I've actually, as a result of the new set drop and some reading I've been doing, I finally locked in a 4-color commander I'm happy with. I'm giving up blue to make this happen.
Oh, okay. What? Is it one of your cards from tonight that you're going to do some new set draft?
It is not.
Oh, okay. Well, we can talk.
What the hell is playing? Oh.
Are you okay?
Is he ever really been okay?
Okay. So, back rooms, right? Janitor's closet. I pressed a button on my headphones when I picked them up, and it started playing.
Oh, it started playing one
Pitfalls,
of the episodes.
and I'm hearing the muffled like gas mask. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
You're pranking Top when you get.
All right.
No. We were talking about Enchantress decks. Yeah. Go ahead. So if it's from the set, let's save it, and then just in case it's one of mine or Top's picks, do it. We'll have an honorable mentions spot at the end.
It is not from the new set.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were saying it was from the Marvel set. Okay, which card is it then?
So the card or the commander?
The commander that you're wanting.
So the commander I'm looking at building, and this is going to be Enchantress, is going to be Sasuke the Unyielding.
Oh, okay. I've seen this card.
But it's going to be Enchantress.
Okay, hold on. I've looked at this card before.
She is the only 4-color non-blue commander in the game right now.
When it enters, choose a player. Whenever a creature you control does combat damage to a player, it deals that much damage to the chosen player. So basically,
that's going to be your Oops All Creatures deck?
So it's going to be Enchantress, and it's not going to be Voltron.
So enchantment creatures.
Explain.
No, actually, oddly enough, I'm looking at building this as Goad.
Oh.
Does not compute.
Yeah, whenever a creature you control does combat damage to a player, it does that much damage to the chosen player.
Now, you have to see what I've got in store for it, because right now, I've got everything pulled aside. I've got the deck list pre-built. I've already started tinkering it with online. Everything's looking good to do what I want it to do. You guys are getting wound up on what the commander does and what it doesn't do.
Okay. Hey, I trust that you can make something work.
So, are you going to
Like,
have
you-
blink effects for when that player inevitably dies? You can re-choose the player.
A lot of these goat enchantments auto blink themselves. Case in point, Ghoulish Impetus, when it enters the graveyard, I get it back. Eye of Nihidog, if I'm pronouncing that right. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, Chief, from Final Fantasy. That comes back.
Who? Sorry.
It is Eye of Needhog.
Nidhogg. Yeah.
Those both will come back, and I've got other things in there to keep stuff moving around. And then, of course, I've got creatures that I'll be passing around the table too. Splicer the Hired Muscle is a great thing that I'll be passing around the table and forcing you guys to fight each other.
Well, that's
So I've
not
got all
very
sorts of
nice.
little gadgets and gizmos going into this thing.
Okay. Have you
Hey.
finished your I don't know, your otter is it
It will,
person?
Muddle the Ever Changing will be ready for the next podcast.
Ooh.
That's great because you're coming back on next week.
Works for me.
I can confirm I was at his house the other night and he showed me the slowly growing stack of muddle cards. So
So
he
it'll
is
be
working.
ready by next week.
I don't know what we haven't even done this episode yet. Let's not plan next week already. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then you also had homework for a 4-color commander. You were gonna make your own card. Did you do one for us?
A 4-color commander to make my own card.
You were supposed to, because you weren't happy with the 4-color cards that they were putting out. You were supposed to have one. You were supposed to make one yourself.
I did not do my homework. I am a bad soldier.
No! I made one
No,
for you.
the focus
Was-
was on getting Muddle up and running. That was
That's
the
fair.
focus, was getting Muddle
That's
running.
fair.
Because I did at the last set release. I made I put something out there. You guys challenged me, and challenge accepted.
Well, during the radio episode, we were talking about 4-color commanders, and I pitched this one. I had top in mind when I came up with this one. I was thinking about this. One of my shower thoughts since then.
Thinking of
Red,
me?
white. Well,
He's
thinking of
thinking of you in the shower,
thinking
Pop,
of
just to be
a,
scared.
thinking of a, well, you take that how you want to. No, a commander that fits top style. Red, white, green, black. It has ward, pay 5 life. Damage cannot be prevented. If a creature or if a player would gain life, they lose that much life instead.
Ooh.
And I was thinking, I was like, this would be a pretty fun concept for a 4-color commander. It's all the fun parts of Rakdos, but with white in there, I can target player gains X amount life, but instead they're gonna lose it because of the commander. I think it'd be a good time.
Damn. Okay.
And it doesn't have any of the free stuff on there, like when this creature enters, you draw cards or ramp or
The fucking
everything.
basic Starbucks Betty cards they're coming out with now. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Hell
Pumpkin
yeah.
spice latte.
Yeah, pumpkin spice commander. What's up? I love that.
Perfect. All right. Well, that was I did your homework for you since you've been working on metal and you just had surgery. We'll give you a break this week, Moose. All right.
Well, I appreciate that. Y'all make me feel loved.
Absolutely.
Is
All
that
right, we
back
ready to talk-
surgery where you put the whole MTG community on your back with these crazy decks you're building?
No, it's something less fun.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, okay, quick military story. You were still in Alaska with me when we got the Kooky E7, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Kooky E7, that's just going to be his name. He was in Iraq during the surge, okay, top.
I'm tracking, all right.
And he was really upset that he didn't get an award for his time during the 08 surge. He didn't. And that was like the bare minimum they were putting out, like everyone will get at least an Archon during this deployment. And he was telling me and another soldier, like, I can't believe, they didn't give me an award. And I was like, well, did you do something wrong? He goes, well, I was only there for like 7 days. And I was like, what? He goes, yeah, when we were unloading the plane, I dropped the rifle cage on my legs. It fell off the plane onto my legs. So he was trying to move the rifle bin by himself, and it flipped over and pinned his legs and like snapped one of his shins.
Oof.
And that he goes, in my opinion, I should have got a Purple Heart. And I was like, I think you're just a dumbass. You dropped a rifle pin on the rack on. Anyway, anytime I think of not that your surgery is unnecessary, but anytime I think of military surgeries, I just think like showing up to the roll 2 and or roll 3 and being like, yeah, this soldier just dropped the rifle rack on his legs. I need you to patch him up, send him home. Just ignorant. Why wouldn't they give me a Purple Heart?
Whatever,
Anyway,
man.
unarmed story for you. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I remember said Cookie
Oh
NCO.
man, he would make us meditate on Fridays before we started work, and I remember thinking to myself, if there's no way this is real life. This can't be real life. But every Friday morning, he'd be like, all right, and we're just going to sit here for like 5 minutes and just meditate and just relax. And I was like, no, this isn't real. This isn't real life. Anyway, okay. Are we ready to go in the janitor's closet? Did we all watch our assigned work?
I'm ready to go in the closet.
Video?
Yes.
I'm as ready as I'm about to be. I
Excellent.
wish the room was about this size.
Okay, for those of you that weren't with us on our first deployment, Top was our DM, and every room that we took part in was approximately the same size of whatever room we were in that day.
I had to give a visual representation.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to me. Okay. So, in the janitor's closet this week, we have 3 videos, motion detected, prototype, and pitfalls were the 3 videos that we're going through this week. So we'll start with motion detected. It's a relatively quick one. For the most part, just showing how they're putting videotapes up all around the back rooms to study it. For the most part, it was just kind of like, oh, people walking past. But there was like the one creepy spider monster and then looking thing, and then the roaring sound from the monster it sounded like TV head. There any thoughts on motion detected?
Loved the old school video cameras that they had.
Mm-hmm.
They hit that with the T, the little eyepiece. You know what I'm talking about? That was on there. I'm all
Oh,
about
the
that.
not the rubbery plastic.
Yeah, the optical view, and there's
there.
that little screen you could see what you were recording and stuff. Yeah, man, that's what that's about. Did you notice on the 3 crew that went, only 2 came back? Harkening back to a previous episode we watched where a guy gets separated.
Now, in that group, there was 4.
Oh, there was. Oh,
there was 4, and then it was 3.
okay.
But yeah,
And then I made
doesn't mean it's not them.
There was one motion detected. It was the supervisor, and he was by himself. I thought the rules of async was never enter by yourself.
I think you're correct. I will also state that he was in a green hazmat suit, and I don't know if he gets special treatment because he's in green. But something I did note, and I think I think it's more so pointed out. I'll save that for the pitfalls one. That's the main point of intrigue I really want to talk about. But let's get through these other ones real quick. There's not a whole lot to talk about on these first 2. Prototype looked like it was just exactly how it sounds like. Sounds like them trying to build the technology from the back rooms. There wasn't anything that just jumped out at me other than like, oh, neat. Okay, that's how they're trying to accelerate the stuff. Moose, I'm skipping you. I'm sorry. Did you have any thoughts on the first 2 videos?
Not overly. I mean, I do think you're right about going in there by himself. Maybe he was something special being in that green, being odd man out. But I will definitely agree with you that I don't think that he should have been. I honestly think that you're not supposed to be in there alone.
I will tell you, you wouldn't have to convince. There would be no need to be like, "Hey, Chief, can't go in there by yourself." Yeah, no, I'm tracking. No, you're coming with me.
Don't have to pull my leg.
Yeah, especially with what happens this next episode. So the last one we're watching for today is a little bit longer, 14 minutes. Pitfalls. Again, watch this on the treadmill, cooling down at the gym today, and I was like, there towards the end, I was like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. So, this is exactly the right level of energy I'm looking for in a Backrooms episode. So the group, it seems like Async has developed some good, what's the word I'm looking for? Some good SOPs. They're marking the floors so you can find your way back.
That's what that red tape was they were pulling. You see that spool?
They had those the tapes they were lining so you could find your way back no matter how you're going. They had the winches, which was one of the things I was wondering about. So it's not just a rope tether, like you can, like it's on a wheel, so it's not coming all the way from the entrance point, right? Like they're setting up stations for new tethers basically everywhere they're going. So, which I think is brilliant because otherwise I'd be like, isn't that rope gonna get or that tether gonna get super heavy eventually? But anyway, so they've developed new SOPs. They're getting further and further back, and they reach an area that has like crisscross holes. So a very tic-tac-toe-esque pattern to cross, where you know what I mean, where you can only walk on the lines. Get across. One gentleman gets across and is going, "Oh shit." Someone get the camera over here. Cameraman tries to get across and he falls down the hole. At the bottom of the hole, he starts hearing the sound of someone hollering for help. The guy breaks the or goes for the usual not video game trope, horror movie trope, and follows the voice and walks into what looks like a nighttime cityscape or suburb scape, I guess is be a better description. He walks down a street and he hears noises coming from a house. He opens the door to the house, and there are mirror image road signs in the living room. And then he continues walking down the hallway towards the back, narrows. It goes to like a dungeon-esque basement kind of room. And he keeps hearing the voice of someone screaming for help. He follows it, and what does he find? But old TV head waiting for him has found a way to mimic the voice of a human, it sounds like, calling for help. TV head realizes there's a person down there and chases old boy out of there. And yeah, he gets out of there, gets tethered up just in time, out of the way, and the video cuts out. Lot to dissect here. Initial thoughts. I'll start with you, Moose, since I started with Top last time.
Honestly, I don't even know where to begin on this one because I'm thinking about like I'm working backwards here.
Okay.
So you've got your chase, and he's figured out how to replicate the sound. I'm like, okay, to me that was almost a given that he'd be able to do that, knowing that he is TV head. You know,
Okay.
Checks out.
I was thinking that somebody had no clipped in there was begging for help. And I was
well,
like,
yeah,
we're gonna get our first like contact.
yeah, but when you've got that, you have the ability to emulate or copy any sound, so he can do what he wants. And it's really at that point, it's about baiting the trap. And everyone's going to be drawn in by something different. So I think working back from that, he knew what he was uh knew what he was doing. But working backwards from that, I honestly don't think that that it was really that good.
What do you mean it wasn't that good?
So
Like the
let's
noise?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the episode as a whole, and I was like, well, that's okay if you feel that way. Okay, I gotcha.
Well, no, the episode wasn't bad. To me, and maybe this is me growing up with a lot of that stuff because I really enjoyed horror and thriller and stuff like that. Some of it to me became very predictable.
Okay.
Because I grew up watching all of that stuff. I grew up with that stuff. As a matter of fact, some of the things that I see in here, and you guys can laugh at me if you want, kind of pays homage or even tips back to some of the stuff from the 80s, from some of those old school horrors with the broken TVs and everything else that they love using.
Yeah, sure.
So I do think the idea is there. I wasn't too fond of this one.
Okay. It spooked me just fine. All right, what you got, top?
Starting from the tippity top, did you notice the control room was like the one from the separated video that had the alarms?
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder
Did know.
if he found himself in that same room, because there was a door on the opposite side, and if you look through the window on the opposite side of this particular video that he entered, it was the back rooms through that window. So I wonder if that was the same control room that one guy that got separated found.
Ooh, I see what you're saying. Maybe. Very possible.
If there's one thing Blair Witch taught me back in the 90s, if in the distance you hear someone yelling help and it leads you to a house, don't go in.
Yeah.
I mean,
Especially when the hallway to the back room turns like slowly gets smaller and then it's
right.
turning into like a dungeon thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you should probably get the
When
fuck out of
when
there.
he went under that gap at the bottom, did you hear insects or was it just me? Him being
I
outside.
didn't hear it. I didn't hear it.
Man,
Oh, it's like the nighttime
yeah.
area? Yes. Yeah. No, it sounded like he was outside.
That to
Yeah,
me,
for
that
sure.
tripped me out. Really good. I'm like, am I hearing what I think I'm hearing? So I have a couple theories.
Okay.
First, the gentleman who made it across first and opens that door. Did you notice how like bright it was when he opened that door?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
keep that in mind. When our boy opened the door that led to TV Head, did you notice how bright that was?
It was very bright.
Dude, me thinks Monsieur TV Head might be like a worker bee building the back rooms, and the actual plane is just white nothingness. And as it starts to build this area because I think you said the intent is for async or whoever to store more things, right? That was the intent of the
They
back
wanna
rooms.
their promise is that these back rooms are gonna be used to eliminate all present and future storage issues as long as possible domestic, like, living spaces,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think when they open this door originally, or when they started the uh the experiment, right? I think prior to the big door opening, they got into there and it was just this white void. And I think the TV head guy is working for Async, and he's like a chaotic neutral dude to where he's building this world. But when he senses, sees, or whatever, an outsider, like he goes berserker mode. Just my thoughts.
I'm you know, for with the lack of evidence, I'm having to correlate things that might not have anything to do with each other. I'm
Mhm.
assuming TV head and the bacteria from the autopsy are connected somehow.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I'm not it's too
And
early to tell.
yeah, I don't think they're connected at all. I mean,
Okay.
I think they're independent. I think they're both independent of each other. That they just happen to be coexisting, if that makes sense. That you can't. It's not necessarily that you're dealing with one crisis. You're actually dealing with multiple crises at this time,
Mm.
That is
and that
not
makes
what we
sense.
want in
Could
a
like the bacteria is a consequence of manipulating this void or something? I don't know.
well, it could just like we talked about before. We don't know how time acts in there, right?
Yep.
The people coming in and out of the back rooms are leaving behind bacteria that's growing at like a more rapid rate every time they leave. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Just something spitballing.
Overall, I give the Pitfall a 10 out of 10. Did you notice how it glitched? The camera glitched just like the separation bit. I think he was pushed. There was a shooter in the knoll that he was pushed into the thing.
You know, I'm glad you said that because everyone that was still up top was being such a dick to him.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, don't go anywhere. Just stay there. And I'm like, motherfucker. I was like, you don't know what's rummaging around down. I mean, I think they do because they've got cameras. If they didn't think there was anything down there, they wouldn't have cameras going everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, they know there's shit down there. So like, oh, you just stay there. We'll get you eventually. It's like, I don't think so. I don't think so.
They may not know there's anything down there. They just may be dicks.
Yeah, no, that might be true too.
I mean, we've all known that person. We just want to push in a hole and just leave it that.
Jeez.
Damn.
Oh man. Yeah, I give Pitfalls a 4.5 inverted signs in my living room out of, of appreciation. I enjoyed it a lot. It was definitely getting me unnervy there towards the end. But yeah. All right, you guys ready to get into new set draft?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll go over the rules again for those of you that weren't here with us when we did this for Secrets of Strixhaven. Hottest craze sweeping the internet nation. So we're gonna break down the new mechanics, and by we I mean mostly Moose because he's the smartest person on the pod when it comes to this stuff.
Challenge that.
On the at least for Magic stuff. Anyway, and then we'll go over the new mechanics, and then we will each of us will go through rounds just like a regular draft, right? We'll go through rounds. We'll each pick our number 1 favorite card, number 2 favorite card, number 3 favorite card, and we will rate them on a scale of 1 to 5. And at the end of the final round, whoever's got the most points wins. We have to come to a consensus. We did kind of mess with this just a little bit. If we can't decide, if say I give something a 4, Top and Moose vote 3.5, we're gonna average it towards the middle, right? So we'll find the average. We don't have to come to consensus. We can meet in the middle. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
If we don't agree, we will whatever I pick for my first card, right? I get to pitch it. I get to give my my elevator speech, if you will, like, hey, this is my card. This is why I think this is gonna be great. It's gonna fit really well in these decks. X, Y, Z. The other players will get a round to rebuttal or agree, depending on where they stand, and then we'll vote. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and get into the mechanics. I put these out earlier so that I wouldn't accidentally rob from you two. Let me make sure.
How do we pick who goes first?
We'll roll.
Well, I was going to say, you won last time, Top, and traditionally the winner goes last.
Woof.
Okay. I mean, shit. Okay,
He
sheesh.
said.
Sheesh. Okay, sheesh.
Hey, I'm not saying I should go first. But if you look at how drafting is done, typically the winner goes last.
Sheesh.
Hey, he said, shut the hell up.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'll go last. It's fine.
And I'll still win, bitch.
All right, you two Rochambeau for it.
Hold on, we gotta go through the mechanics first.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Too squirrely. All right, so there's 2 mechanics, 2 major mechanics. Power up, which I believe, similar to what you were saying, it's very similar to exhaust.
Yeah, from the way it reads, it pretty much reads just like exhaust does. The difference is they've just rebranded it as power up instead of exhaust because it is the way they have it worded now in the rules, it is a once per game effect for that card. You would have to blink the card to do it again. And that's exactly how exhaust played from Ether Drift.
Now, did exhaust have the mode where you could do the exhaust ability for cheaper if you summoned it that turn?
Some of the cards do, but not all of them.
Okay. It seems like power up all of them. So power up reads activate each power up ability only once, and then reduce the cost by this card's mana value if it entered this turn. So card we're using is Kang the Conqueror, so that won't be on our list of possible for us to choose. So Kang the Conqueror is a 2 blue and 2 colorless. He's a 4/5 with flying, and his power up costs 3 blue and 5. So what does that mean? So if you summon King the Conqueror for 4, right? If he entered the battlefield, and it's entered the battlefield, not cast this turn. So that means if you blink him, like what Moose was saying, it still reduces his power up by his mana cost. So it reduces by 4. So instead of it costing 8, it costs 4. All right, so
Yes.
King the Conqueror's power up ability is put a 1/1 counter on Kang. Take an extra turn after this one. During that turn, power up abilities cannot be activated, which thank goodness, because we don't need another way to do infinite turns in Chief Corgi's opinion. I have no problem losing a game of Magic, but if your win con is taking infinite turns, I think I'd rather lay down on a bed of nails in the most professional sense. But yeah, that's power up in a nutshell. Is there anything anybody else wants to?
So, all right. So we have power up, we have exhaust, and we have exert, right? You remember exert? Was it from Amonkhet or whatever, where you tap it, it does something big, but it doesn't untap during your next untap step or something?
Yeah.
Okay. So is this?
So
this is kind of like that in a way, just another way of doing it.
So exert. So when it comes to exert something, you can do that multiple times a game. It's usually just like every other turn, because when you exert it, that's it. It's stuck for your next untap step.
So
you can do things to mechanically untap it.
Mm-hmm. Like Magerite, was it Magerite
like,
Stone or there's Puppet Strings where you can
Yep.
untap a creature with a tap ability, so you can like exert then exert again. This doesn't allow you to do that, correct? Is what you're saying?
Correct. Once you've done it, that's it. It's done. You have to blink it, and you're not supposed to be able to run it multiple times like that. But of course, we as the players are going to break that wide open.
will
I give
find
it.
a
I give
way.
it like 2 weeks before
So-
somebody breaks it open.
Okay. Okay, tell me if this works with this dude. So you do the power up ability with that on the stack. You cloud shift blink him. You allow the cloud shift to resolve, but in response to his first ability before it goes off, because turn order priority goes around again, right? After things removed from the stack, everyone gets turn order priority. You power him up again. Would you get 2
Yes.
power up triggers?
Yes. You get 2 extra turns. You just cannot do his power up ability on the extra turn. If you have infinite mana, right, and you have a way to continuously blink him, you could get infinite turns that way before. But once the first extra turn happens, you can't do any power up abilities.
Okay.
Yep. It could still happen. It's just there's a lot of hoops.
A little more step. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. The next one that we've got to talk about is teamwork. So teamwork, as an additional cost to cast this spell, you may tap any number of creatures you control with a total power of X or more, whatever the teamwork amount is, and then you get an extra ability. So it's similar to Cleave or Overload or anything like that, where there's your regular costs and then you have your extra costs. So for your extra costs for this, you need to tap a total number of creatures, power number 5 or more. So Earth's Mightiest Heroes is this one. It's 6 mana, 2 green, and 4. Reveal the top 8 cards of your library. You may put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield. If this spell was cast using Teamwork, put any number of creature cards from among those cards onto the battlefield instead and put the rest in your graveyard. So, a big green stompy deck. If you can tap or in your dinosaur deck, right? You reveal the top 8 cards, and then all dinos and those 8 cards can come on the battlefield for free.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty
I don't know if the
good.
Avengers match the dinosaur vibe, but yeah,
It's
that's
creatures, it's not heroes, right? Some of them have
that
been
is
saying
correct.
specifically heroes, but this one says
Right.
creatures.
This says you may put a
Okay.
creature card from
Okay.
among them on.
Because there, I did when I was reading through the lot, I did see some things that was like all villains or all heroes get this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That's pretty good. That's
Did
pretty good.
have they changed any of the rules at all, Moose? From Moose, have you heard anything on that? Any
So
updates?
everything I've seen has not indicated there are any rules changes yet, but I'm waiting for them to see how they handle this, how they handle the power up and how they handle teamwork, because there's some gray space in there for both of those. Because like if you look at the power of like let's go back let's go back to power up.
Okay.
Okay. Because like Top had said, he's already cooked up a way where if he could infinitely blink that, can he potentially take infinite turns? And of course, in blue and white, blinking infinitely is not going to be a challenge if you can get there, especially in
Yeah,
mono.
but you still got to have 4 mana every time. It's not easy, but it could be done.
Mm-hmm.
So there are some gray areas there where I can see them being asked that question
I mean,
to
let's
see if
be
they're willing to modify what happens, how a creature identifies itself when it re-enters the battlefield. So I can see potentially them doing that.
I mean, let's just be fair here. Even if you get to take 2 extra turns because you get to blink like cloud shift him once, brother, like you'll have 2 more mana. You'll be 2 land manas ahead. Land manas. You'll be able to play 2 more lands ahead of everyone else.
If
Get it
you if
untapped
you take
twice, bro.
if you take 2 extra turns and you can't win the game, it's like, why'd you take 2 extra turns?
Well,
Is
if you
my
can at
thought
least
is
set
my
you up
thoughts
for the
on it.
3rd turn. It depends on when in the turn order, right? Like how deep are we in the game when you pop this? You know, it could set
There's
you
no
up.
way you
I
have
don't know.
that much mana open
Sure.
and doing that and not. You know, this it's like playing Armageddon on turn 13. It's why are you doing this if you don't have a win con?
Some people want to watch the world burn.
You know, there's something to that. Okay.
Yeah, sounds like a Rakdos player to me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the wrong color for that. All right, Moose, you want to roll off to see who goes first between you and me, or do you want to go
Yeah, I
first?
don't have a
You
problem. What are we rolling?
D20.
All right, I rolled a 3.
I rolled a 4, so
Oh my god.
I've been rolling
Thank
like
goodness we're
shit.
not playing D&D tonight. Holy smokes.
That's- you're probably right. All right, hey, you can't win them all. All right. My first round pick is the card that I was alluding to last week on the pod. I didn't want to talk about it because I didn't know if it was real or not, because I was like, there's no way this is a real card. It's too fucking good. Well, guess what? It was revealed to be real. This card is Iron Man, Bleeding Edge. He's 5 mana, which is a little steep. Mono blue. He has flying, of course. He's Iron Man. He's a 3/5. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, you may copy it, except the copy is not legendary. Do this once per turn. Obviously, in any artifact deck, that's pretty good. But the ability to get around the Legends rule, which is becoming increasingly important, number one. And number two, getting 2 of all of your artifacts is just going to make Urza go too freaking good. Artifacts, in my opinion, are one of the most synergetic next to enchantments. Have the highest synergy rate, so giving them free copies on all of, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In my personal opinion, I think this card is going to be once per turn a free copy of anything is going to be a problem.
Yeah,
So,
it's going to be a huge problem, especially turning off that legendary rule.
yeah.
Okay, can you name like a legendary artifact? One Ring, I guess, right?
We'll start with the obvious one. Yeah, the One Ring.
Okay.
I'm going to get double the card draw off of that every
Mhm.
round. That's just an easy one. I didn't. Hold on. I'll just open
Like,
my
what kind of
RP deck.
legendary artifacts do we have here that are a menace?
Well, all right. Well, first of all, that's going to include all of your artifact creatures.
Correct. Yep.
There's plenty there.
I'm thinking.
Well, so let me.
Go ahead.
So I've got one, but I don't want to throw this out there, knowing that it's on the draft table.
Okay.
But
No. I
if you
think I
guys
know
don't
which one
mind-
you're talking about. I think I know which one you're talking about. But no. Yeah. Hold off on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, we'll hold off on that
Yeah.
one. But you know what? I will throw another equipment out there. Let's talk about the Reaver Cleaver here.
Okay.
And getting 2 of those,
Oh.
because your equipped creature is going to get +1/+1 in trample.
But-
And then when you smash in for damage, you're going to create that many treasure tokens.
Ooh.
Well,
yeah.
he's not, is it though? So you won't be able to cast it if he's
Well,
in your 99.
Reaver Cleaver,
I thought
yeah,
Reaver
Reaver
Cleaver was
Cleaver's in
a
red.
mountain. Yeah, but this Iron Man's mono blue, I thought.
Yes.
Nope.
Cards I'm thinking of, Simulacrum Synthesizer is an obvious one. Getting 2 of those is just going to be a fucking absolute nightmare. Which
Portal
is every time you...
I was looking at the wrong one.
Portal of Phyrexia
Is that
is another
legendary?
one. I'm just saying artifacts in general. Getting a second artifact. But if you want to look specifically at legendary, Crystal Skull, Isu Spyglass, taps for mana, lets you play.
I'm thinking-
Go ahead.
I'm thinking Chamil the Inner Sun being able to discover 5 twice, get 2 free cards every turn, and knowing they can't be countered, that's going to be gross.
Liberator, Urza's Battlethopter.
Oh shoot. Your boy messed up. I thought the thing had to be legendary for it to be a copy, but it's any art.
It's all artifacts, and
Yeah, that's
if
pretty
it's
goated.
legendary,
That's pretty goated.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, big man.
Yeah, he's goated.
I'm saying I'm gonna argue
2
anything
soul
less
rings,
than 4.5.
2 mana rocks,
One rings.
sapphire
Brother,
medallions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying
That's a good
Urza's
first-round
probably
pick.
gonna get an Iron Man.
Yeah,
That's a
good first-round
solid.
pick.
That's why I was like, there's no way this is a real card. Like, this is too fucking good.
Yeah.
At least 4.5. Any artifact
They're
deck is
permanent
gonna
too.
like-
They don't go away at end of turn, right?
Yes.
You only
Yeah,
do
they're
it once
permanent.
each turn, but still 2 soul rings.
But it's not on my turn. It's on is if I can get flash, I can start casting artifacts on your turn too.
Right. Now the question is, and maybe Moose would know the answer. Say you bounce him. Does that only do this once per turn go away? Is that once per turn
Reset.
tied to the creature, or is that tied to the player? You know what I mean?
It's the creature, I believe. It should
It's going
reset.
to be tied to the creature.
Because if I could make a copy of Iron Man, they would both get that.
Helm of
I know.
the is it Helm of the Host where it makes a
Helm of the
non-legendary?
Host. Yeah.
Brother,
Helm of the Host.
I say 5 out of 5. I'm giving it 5 out of 5, brother. That's
The only reason I'm not saying 5
I'm a
is 'cause
believer.
it's not like it's an artifact only thing. My brother, blue and artifacts, they're peanut butter and jelly, brother.
Not only would this be a menace as a commander, he's going to be an auto include in any of your mono blue Urza decks, dude. Because he's
Yeah.
an artifact 1. You know what I mean? I can't believe he's an
Yeah.
artifact creature. Does he
I
see
know.
himself? Does he? He has to be
No,
on the
it's
field.
on
Okay,
cast.
okay.
It's
yeah,
on
yeah.
cast,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, yeah, I know, right? That would-
Jesus
that
Christ.
would be so.
Oh,
Brother,
man.
think of the
Yeah.
children.
I'm
Yeah.
giving it a 5. Like the possibility
saying
and
4.
value alone,
Yeah.
brother, it's so
I'm
good.
saying 4.5
Mhm.
for me, just to be on the honest spectrum here. But brother, it's such a good card.
It's so good.
All right, Moose, your deciding vote.
You know, I've got to give it a 5. I don't see this
Mhm.
I don't see it doing anything else but taking names and whipping ass everywhere it shows up.
Mhm.
All right, that's a
So good.
4.8 for me on the board.
Illusionist bracers on him. Get 2
Oh,
triggers.
yeah, brother.
Then fuck you copy the illusion bracers, put them on. You double equips the illusionist bracers. And you get
Yeah,
so
yeah, no.
Sheesh.
Artifact money go.
Sheesh.
God
God dang, dude. All right. Yep.
All right.
That's
All
goated.
right, Moose.
That's goated.
I know. It's like I said, when I got the rolls, like, well, I know what I'm picking for my first round pick. All right, Moose, your pick. What you got?
Okay, I kind of feel bad for picking this one because I feel like the conversation's going to stay exactly the same. I don't
Okay.
see really changing on. So in my first round draft pick, I'm taking Ultron, Artificial Malevolence.
Ooh.
So it's a colorless artifact, legendary artifact creature, robot villain for 3. Says whenever another non-token artifact you control enters, you may pay 2. If you do, create a token of that's a copy of it. If the token isn't a creature, it becomes a 2/2 robot villain creature in addition to its other types. So we're looking at making more artifact copies, but in this instance, we're making them creatures.
Yeah,
And go
my
ahead.
only side effect of this is Artifact already has a lot of removal. Making them creatures as well is going to make. Yes, you're going to be able to turn your creatures into 2/2s that you can swing, which is cool. Always, I don't have anything to play and I can swing my Soul Ring at somebody for 2 damage. I'm all right with that. My concern is that's going to add to the removal pile of ways to get rid of your artifacts.
Could you possibly go infinite soul rings with this? If you can you
Never
The
even
creatures would
gone.
enter with summoning sickness, so no, you wouldn't be able to,
Yeah.
and you would only be able to create
Yeah,
a copy of the original. You couldn't make a copy of a copy.
Yeah, because it's a non-token
If
artifact.
I think we talked about this in a previous episode. There's not many blink target artifacts, right?
There's not
Very
a whole
few.
lot. There have some that come out in this set. And matter of fact, my mono blue artifact commander, Drafna, founder of Blitnam, he'll bounce it so I could loop the ability and go, okay, I'll bounce it, redo it, bounce it, and I'll just keep looping the ability. But in some cases, creating the ability to create multiple artifacts or multiple equipment or multiple things where you can start gaining that advantage. I think the big thing I see with Ultron, although you are making creatures, Ultron fits in way more decks
I was
because
gonna
it's
say,
color.
I think in the 99 he's great. I don't know if I'd want
Oh,
him as my
Brother, an
commander.
Iron Man, he's going to be great.
Yeah, for
Oh yeah,
sure.
totally.
For
I do not see him as a commander. I do not see him as a commander. I definitely see him in the 99.
Yeah.
I definitely see him working with Iron Man and Urza. I definitely see him making those copies because a copy of Simulacrum Synthesizer,
Yep. Mhm.
copies of those constructs, copies of Krang coming out. Well, Krang is legendary, so that wouldn't work.
Yeah, he doesn't get around the legendary rule.
No, he doesn't.
Oh my god. So you can
But I do.
say you have Iron Man, right? Iron Man, you cast the Ultron. You get a second non-legendary Ultron. And then
Yep.
for the rest of the game, you're going to get 3 additional copies for 4 mana. One for the Iron Man, and then bro,
if you have the mana for it, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's a lot of artifact.
You
love in
have the
this
mana
set.
because you cast Iron Man, who's 5, so you have the mana to do it.
I know, but I'm just saying,
So
in addition
crazy.
to whatever you're casting, you're gonna have to do that
That's
too.
true. That's true. But man, that's so good. That's so good.
It's good. I'm not
Not
arguing that
Iron
at all.
Man good, but
No,
it is-
it's
Can you equip equipment creatures? You know?
yes, you can.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so fucking.
They
That was the
maintain all of
thing
those
in-
abilities.
What
That's
was
so
the name?
fucking
What was that
funny.
set? It was like a neat, like a
The living weapons. Talking
So
like
you're
living
talking
weapons.
Neon Dynasty, where
Neon
they had
Dynasty. Yeah. I
reconfigured.
was thinking Blade Runner. I was like, what was the Blade Runner set? Yeah, there was some creatures that were also equipment.
Okay.
Yeah, it stacks.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd say in the 99, this guy's a 4. As a commander, he's like a 2. I'm kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Limiting yourself to colorless with this guy's kind of a drag. But I think in the 99, this guy's great. I'd say a 4 for sure.
I give him a 4. Anytime you can make The only thing, okay, I'm gonna bump it down to a 3.5 because it doesn't remove the legendary rule, right? So if it's a
Yeah.
legendary equipment, you won't be able to make a copy of it. So I'll give it a 3.5. If it had it enters or removes the legendary, it would be a 4 for me. But 3.5, it's still really good. Anytime you can make
It's
copies of
great.
stuff, really, really
Oh,
good.
for sure. Yeah.
Hmm.
All
Plus,
right,
you,
Moose.
yep, yep, yep. Hmm.
What's your vote?
Honestly, I'm gonna have to like. I love it as a card. I did not pick it because I thought it would make an excellent commander. I'm saving my commander for my last round draft pick because I
What if
don't
he
think
gets
either one of
picked
you are going to
before
take it.
then?
What?
So what if he gets picked before then?
There's not a chance in hell you guys are going to pick this one. I'll bet
Oh,
on it.
oh man, I hope you're right. Okay, where are you picking on here?
So I put me down for a 4 on my own card because, like I said, I did not see it as a commander. I saw it as something that's going to go in every artifact deck. That's going to fit in all the red blue decks. It's going to fit in a lot of other decks. Because that ability to copy equipment, that ability to copy those critical
Yeah.
artifacts, those abilities to run those things, I definitely see it popping up in more places.
I think this set is proving we need more. When they build these big artifacts, they have to be legendary artifacts. We're getting too
Well,
out of
that's not a
control with
problem.
copy fucking
They
artifact, man.
they specifically said every single creature in this set that's above common level is gonna be legendary. And I was like,
I'm not
what?
talking like creatures. I'm talking just your base, this like like your
Oh,
artifacts that these things are going to be copying all the time, like with Iron Man. Granted, he takes away the legendary rule,
he gets
but
around that,
I
yeah.
think we're getting into a meta where copying this non-legendary artifacts is Portal Phyrexia is non-legendary, and you have to like sacrifice. Each player has to like sacrifice 3 things for that. Can you get two copies of that with this guy, or even with Iron Man, brother?
Yeah.
So
I
silly.
hear you.
All right,
I hear you.
my turn. Or what was the total score with that?
He
Yeah,
got
two
3.8.
4s. Okay, 3.8. All right,
Your turn.
you're gonna sense a theme here.
Is it
Uh,
artifact?
Team top in the first round of the MGM Marvel draft off. I am
New set
going
draft.
with opening the envelope multiversal. God, can I speak? Multiversal incursion. It is a 7-drop, so it's a big boy spell, but however, check it. Sorcery. For each non-token creature you control, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it isn't a legendary. Brother, this in braids. This in braids.
Man.
When I steal all of your stuff and then I drop this
Okay.
bomb, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Bro.
Yeah. I was gonna say if it was for each non-token creature on the battlefield, create a token of that creature, I'd be like, that's pretty fucking good. This is still good though.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is a closer.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought.
This is a closer. I wish, and this is a personal gripe. Spells that cost over 7 mana. I think wizards need for big spells like this. Nothing pisses me off more than a 7-drop that doesn't say this can't be countered. I if I commit 7 or 8 mana on a spell and it gets countered, that's fucking dunzo funzo for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just a personal gripe. I wish more spells had this spell can't be countered, because when I commit this much mana to something, I'm like this
Right.
fucking blows.
I'm just
Which I guess that's part of the game, right? Like you
Yeah.
don't know what you're going to do, but
yeah, your boy's putting this in braids. Because we all know my meta is put big things on the field and swing with them.
Yeah.
And hey, I take all of your best stuff. I make non-legendary tokens of it. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't.
this is good.
Granted, it's not. I don't think it's as goated as the. It's not going to give me the value over the course of a game, but this can be a closer for sure at the end of a game. Mm-hmm.
For sure. What's one more way for you to get a Blightsteel Colossus? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In my
So
opinion.
you're not going to be able to get Blightsteel that way.
Why?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking again. Blightsteel. I'm thinking Graveyard Trigger. No, I'm thinking something else. Blightsteel would be in play. You're right.
I'll say this dude some finds a way to get 6 Blightsteels on the field
Every
every
time I
game.
play her. I know this isn't a strong round draft pick. Like, I don't think this is
I think
this is crazy for the.
as a
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You're still doing your pitch.
This would be a pet card of your boys, and I
Yeah.
wanted it. I didn't want anyone else to have. He's like, everyone didn't want Tom Brady, but once Tom Brady got on the field and everyone saw how good he was, I think this is going to be this card.
I think again, if for me, and it's just me being picky, if when spells have this high of a mana value and they don't have this spell cannot be countered,
Yeah.
it's like an instant like I don't know. That's a lot of, but Braids makes a lot of mana. So I mean, in decks, is this going to go in every single deck? Absolutely not. Is this like a really fun closer? Absolutely.
For an Avengers themed commander deck where every creature is legendary,
yeah.
this would be one of your. This would be a closer card right here for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, scoreboards. Where are we going to with this one?
I want to say 3.25 for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to give it a 3.
Okay.
I think it's mana cost and then its fact that it's limited on what decks it'll fit into is what's keeping me away from it.
Yeah.
I'm giving her a 3.5. 3.5.
Okay.
I think
right, so
again, we say this every time. This card in the deck it's made for, it's going to be, I think, Skull Clamp levels of good. Like, it's going to be your closer.
No.
Yes.
Skull Clamp.
I don't think
the reason Skull Clamp is so good is because it does everything you need it to do, and it does it the rest of the game that it's out. This is a one and done.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Sorry. I'm liking my boy too much because I'm just picturing what I can do with it.
Hey, that's okay. All right. So scoreboard right now, I'm at 4.8. Moose is at 3.8, and Top is at 3.25. All right, ready for the second round?
Yeah.
We'll do the second round.
You're ready for round 2.
We'll do the second round. We'll do the ad read, and then we'll come back and finish up.
All right. Let's do fire rounds. We're at an hour of record time.
Okay. For as is tradition, round 2 pick, I have chosen the Voltron route, and I've chosen Super Soldier Serum as my round 2 pick. 1 and a white. Enchant creature. It's an aura. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2, has first strike and vigilance, and is a legendary soldier in addition to its other types. Whenever enchanted creature attacks or blocks, attach any number of equipment to it. What the fuck?
In Cloud, this is going to be disgusting.
Cloud, my dog meat, any Voltron deck, any Enchantress deck. It's so good. I mean, obviously the second ability is strictly Voltron, but just for 2 mana, you get +2/+2 first strike and vigilance. What the fuck? It's so good. It's such a good spell. Oh man. And then free, I think they refer to it as Sigdra's Aid, where you get to equip stuff for free. As long as this is on the field. Brother. Auto include in any white or white adjacent Voltron deck. Easy auto include.
This was my second round draft pick, by the way. That one. You got me.
That's the game. That's the game right there.
Yeah. I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm just thinking, all I thought was Cloud, because Cloud's ability is when he enters, you get to equip 1 for free, right?
No, when
Yeah.
he enters, you get to search your library for one.
I thought you auto
But
equip
it-
one to him for free when he enters and attacks.
no, you get to you put one, you tutor one out of your deck and put it in your hand.
Okay.
That means you'll always have an equipment. You know what I mean?
Okay. I give
No.
it a 4. Mhm.
Solid 4 for me as well.
I'm gonna have to jump in on the bandwagon and go 4 with that.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. That was an easy one. All right, Moose.
Hold up. Cloud X Soldier. When he enters, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to it.
Oh.
That is the
That's the okay. You do this every time.
I do.
You're talking about the Naya Cloud, red, white, green.
Yeah, the one
I'm
that
talking-
Dino has.
I'm talking about the mono white cloud. That was the chase card.
Check. Okay.
Mono white cloud is the tutor that also has Panharmonicon for equipped ability.
I'm just thinking of this one because Dino wiped the floor with it on me one game, and I'm just like, all I was thinking was this on him would be a menace.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure. Yeah, that's also a good one.
So
Okay,
we got 4 for
All
you.
right. That's a 4. All right, Moose, what you got for round 2?
Okay, round 2. I got 2 cards. I don't know what Top's gonna pick, so I'm just gonna take this one. I am gonna go. Where did I? Here we go. I want King T'Challa.
Kala.
Yeah, however you pronounce it. I can't read. I enlisted. That's why I can't read.
This one's pretty good. I was looking at this one earlier.
So I'm taking her in the second round.
Him. King.
So
all right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So King T'Challa, she's got 2 sides to her. So we're going to start on the front. For a white, a blue, and a colorless, she's got flash. Whenever a player draws their second card each turn, you draw a card. So that's card draw. Everybody needs card draw. Every deck you put it in, every deck she's going to play in, you need to have that card draw. And I'm gaining card draw off of both of you.
Well, it's also whenever a player, so when you draw your second card, if you can get this trigger on your turn, it'll trigger itself. So you'll get to draw a third card if you draw your second card.
Yes. So it's nothing but value, value, value. Every
Okay.
time you draw, top draws, I draw, I'm getting pure card draw out of that.
Yeah.
But what I love flipping this thing over, and it's going to be you can either cast it for the 6, which is 4 colorless and a white and a blue, or you can flip it for that cost. And now you've got Black Panther and Hope Enduring. It's a 3/3 with flash and double strike. You're going to prevent all damage that would be dealt to her. So you've got a creature that you can't beat in combat. It's going to be that much harder to defeat. And when you're dealing combat damage to a player, you're still going to get to draw a card. So you're going to have to do a little bit of extra jumping to get that card draw. But with all the equipment that's coming out and all of this other stuff that's coming, getting her bigger and being able to smash in for that damage, I don't see that being a problem, especially in blue white, because with the super serum,
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
because there's not a whole lot of blue at Zorius Voltron commanders.
Yeah.
But I see this one definitely being a very powerful Voltron commander in Azorius.
Yeah, she's definitely you got me saying she. Definitely a tricky card to remove with the prevent all day. Obviously, you could still Swords to Plowshare or whatever. But yeah, if you're building it like an equipment deck, like that would be pretty easy Swiftfoot Boots fix.
Yeah, that would be the way I would see to build this, would be totally go Voltron.
Yeah. What was the card? Is it Sphinx? It's not Sphinx of the Second Son. What's the card that every time someone draws a second card, you draw
Consecrated Sphinx.
Consecrated Sphinx.
That's anytime you draw a card, you draw 2 cards.
Oh, okay. Man.
So you could play this. So without even flipping it, you could build card draw strategies for the win.
That's what I'm saying.
You could build group
if,
hug onto that.
Even if you never flipped it, a 3-drop card draw commander, that's pretty good. But yeah, it's an expensive. The flip side is expensive, but and correct me if I'm wrong. The flips to flip it, it's a sorcery speed, right? You can't just flip it.
But it has flash.
So this one has flash. So
Well, I'm
you
saying if
can
it's
flip it
on,
at instant speed.
so you can flip even if it's on the battlefield, you could flip it for 6.
Yes.
Oof, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
In my
Long
mind,
mana.
that's part of what pushes it over. I know it's
Yeah.
a big investment, but that's where I see the value being is that surprise, is being able to flip that. That's also got me with some rulings questions that Wizards hasn't quite put out yet. Like if it is equipped, when I go to flip it, does the equipment stick or does the equipment fall off because the creature has technically changed?
But the
Yeah,
question is, does it
'cause
leave the battlefield?
it's not the
It's
same
not
as like
technically leaving the battlefield, but it's one of those weird questions I'm
yeah.
waiting for Wizards to publish a rules update on.
You
Yeah.
can't cast it from your hand for its
Yes,
transform
you
cost,
can.
can you?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Okay. It's a modal card, so you can cast it for either side. And then when it's
Yes.
on the field,
However,
you can go back and forth by paying the transform cost each time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
correct.
Okay.
Now, I will tell you, for tutoring purposes, it only sees the king. It does not see the other side of the card. So if you are
Oh.
tutoring it for some reason, you can only tutor uh, King T'Challa. Now that can matter because there are some tutors that look at mana cost, and there's some
Oh.
tutors that look at power and toughness.
Okay.
It's like I'm trying to think of a good one in blue white.
Man, I don't
Because the
know of
first one that
any.
popped into my mind is mono green when you look at
Yeah.
Eldrazi not Eldrazi Evolution, but what's that one where it's mana cost +2?
Oh man, I have no
I
idea.
don't.
I don't know white and blue being able to tutor creatures.
So
Maybe
there is
artifacts,
one.
but not.
Blue tutors, mystic tutors and
There's like
things like
instants
that.
and sorceries usually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there is and it's a very underrated tutor, and I don't know why people don't play it so much because it's a snow sorcery.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm pulling its name right now because I didn't expect that to come up tonight.
Yeah, I just didn't have that in the bag. I think
Well,
while you're pulling that up, in my opinion of this card, I think this is a really good commander. Terrible in the 99.
Yes,
In
commander
my
only.
like, I would not put this in my deck as a part of my card draw stack, right? I don't think I would only put this in my deck and I think this is one of those commanders that you would, if somebody pulled this out and was playing it, you would probably be like, well, that's a weird pick, and you would probably ignore it, ignoring all of the value of the card draw you're getting. I think this is a sleeper. There's nothing like big and flashy. Pardon the pun for the flash in the card. There's nothing big and flashy on the card as far as like it's not like a big bomb that's gonna hit someone for 8 or whatever. But I want to say like 3.75, like with in mind this being your commander. Like I think it's pretty good.
so I just sent you guys the tutor I was thinking of, and this would totally work. It's a snow sorcery called Search for Glory, and search your library for a snow permanent card, a legendary card, or a saga card.
Okay.
Reveal it and put it into your hand. This tutor runs 75 cents. And you can use that. So you can use that to fetch your legendary creatures.
I ought to put that in my my saga deck.
You heard
Because
it
it'll
here
let you pull
first.
any saga out that you need.
Pretty good.
Everyone buy out the stores of Snow Sorcery. It's going to be meta. Or the
Hey,
Search for
stranger things
Glory.
have happened.
All right, 3.75 for me for King T'Challa.
I give it. If I gave Ultron a 3.5, I have to give this a 4.
You think so? Okay.
I think the card draw wins games. Having
Yeah,
it
for sure.
flash, having it indestructible, pseudo indestructible, because it prevents all damage. Yeah, it prevents all damage to it, right? Yeah, prevent all damage that would be dealt to it. So it's a chump blocker that can't die. Double strike, so a hard hitting chump blocker.
And if you're building it, Voltron could give it vigilance, then you'd be sitting pretty for sure. Because that'd be like the main thing you'd want to give it.
Yeah, you're awarded for dealing combat damage to a player. Yeah, I give this a 4. I like it.
Okay. Moose, final vote.
Final vote, I've got to give it a 4.5. I see this as a
Yeah.
So here's the deal. I see it as a Voltron commander. I don't see it being built any other way.
Okay.
Yes, there's all that value on the front side. That's pure value in the early game. You're getting your card draw. I get it out as fast as I can. I'm drawing, you're drawing, Chief's drawing, Top's drawing. I'm getting extra card draw. I flip it, equip it, and start swinging. Getting equipment that I can slap trample on it. I can get really gross, go trample death touch. So now I'm only dealing 1 damage to the blockers and I'm smashing in for the rest. That double strike's going to be hard to stop. And the fact that you guys can't kill it in combat makes it that much more powerful to me. I'm building this Voltron.
Yeah. If it was Bant, okay, I could see 4.5. Azorius has such a hard time ramping. If it was in Bant, if it was blue, white, green, and 3, I'd be like, yeah, I can see 4.5. I would be willing to like go a little more that way, but in blue and white and so effectively 6 mana. I gotta stay with my 3. So that settles out at 4 for everybody at home. But yeah, all right, very good. Any other rebuttals before we move on to Top's second round pick?
Nope. Let's see what Top's got going on in the second round.
What you got?
OBKB for Team Top's second round pick. He's gone with Captain America's Shield. It's like we go like we did copy tokens. Now everyone's like all Voltron kind of a thing. Captain America's Shield, 2 generic for a legendary artifact equipment. Indestructible. Equipped creature gets +0/+8 and has vigilance. Whenever equipped creature attacks, tap target creature defending player controls equip cost of 2. All I can think is put this in my big butts deck, baby.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. I've got it dog-eared for my big butt deck.
It gives it pseudo evasion with like if a guy has 1 creature, he can tap that creature so he can't block. Vigilance, so I don't have to tap my creature. It basically gives all of my big butt creatures, like I can block almost anything you throw at me. It's going to hit my big butt creatures are going to be hitting pretty hard. So I think in this can even be like in your Voltron stuff, right? If you're to do this in Cloud X Soldier, whatever, he no longer has to tap to attack. He's a little beefier, and he's going to be able to do a little bit of control on your end by tapping your creatures. And for only 2 mana equipped to, that's a pretty cheap cost to put onto the field. And
I wish it gave the creature it's equipped to indestructible as well.
Yeah. I mean the +8. I'm just glad the shield itself is indestructible, so that's a big bonus because in your equipment decks, right? That's kind of one of your Achilles heels is your equipment going away. So this being able to protect itself from destroy artifacts is a big bonus. So I'm picking him. This was my 3rd round draft pick, moving up to draft pick number 2.
You do get to, you can't, if you want to take the time to find something, while we're doing the ad read and stuff, you can.
No, I got 7 picks I picked out.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I was like, I hope you.
Oh, no. I came prepared.
I thought you were saying like, oh, well, I just lost my thing.
No.
I will say, so I don't know if you saw this, that this shield has like a partner card. So I want to give you a little bit of a boost here for your rating scheme. Okay. So Captain America, Wings of Freedom. He's a 3-drop. Whenever Captain America attacks, each other hero you control gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is Captain America's toughness. Ooh. So you're supposed to put this shield on him. Okay. And then buff the fuck out of your team. Now, that's obviously, good. It's like a heroes only deck, but that if Chief Corgi was gonna build a heroes deck, it would be based around this guy, and then just put this shield on him and just buff the fuck out of your team. build a bunch
Yeah.
of heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
that's
it.
I
me.
think the
So,
only
go ahead.
I think the only problem I see with that is that you're going mono white
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and you're pushing out a whole lot of heroes to go mono white.
The shield agents I've
Not
been
saying that you
seeing
can't.
are a lot of mono white in this. Am I wrong on that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
because I'm
shield agents, Nick
so
Fury technically, but yeah, you got
Nick,
Captain Marvel, you got all the shield
'cause you-
agents. There's enough heroes, and there's also, you got to remember, there's heroes in the Spider-Man set, and there's heroes in the Final Fantasy set too. So it's not exclusively here. I'm not saying it's going to be the strongest thing in the world, but that if I was going to build a deck around this, it'd be based off those two as a pair.
so what you're
Uh,
telling me is that when when Captain America shows up, he throws his shield on and says "Avengers Assemble." Cloud slices through the dimensional portal
Hey.
and
of course.
appears with the Buster Sword.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm,
Listen, we talked about this last week. I know the episode hasn't aired yet for you, but we're all for Universes Beyond.
mm-hmm,
Bring it on.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. All right, what do we rate?
SpongeBob and Captain America can fight side by side.
I like it. How are we rating
All right,
this?
for me, I think with them as a pair, I would say 3.5. With just this shield, I'd be saying more closer to a 3. Because like just looking at our two toughness decks, we don't run a lot of equipment in there per se. So this is kind of, and you do attack with your toughness matters deck, but like most of the time, ironically, like I don't give a fuck about any of your defenders. You know, when I'm swinging with my defenders, they've magically become 16/16s. You know what I mean? I don't really care about any of your blockers. So I don't think that this works as well in the defender deck, personally. I do think that it's a nice auto include in some specific Voltron decks. So I'm willing to say 3.5 with them as a set. This and that Captain America card I was referring to.
Moose, what are you giving her?
So I do feel wholeheartedly Chief hit the nail on the head that as a pair, this is a dynamic duo. It's going to be a force to reckon with. The problem I see is that in toughness matters, you don't really play a whole lot of equipment. Tapping down one defender in a lot of games does not make a whole lot of difference. You've knocked one blocker out and you've got 8 toughness plus vigilant. So you're going to be able to smash against something, but you're not actually getting through. So
Okay.
I don't see that as a plus to it. I see that kind of as something holding it back. As a pair, absolutely, I would give it a 4.5. As a pair, if you could somehow figure out how to work Captain America's shield from the command zone, like if they had partner equipments or something.
Yeah.
But but just as an equipment by itself, it's got to be like a 3 for me at best.
Okay.
I'm giving it a 3.5. My dream for this. This is going in Archimedes. My dream is to put this on the 030 wall from Avatar. What's that? The wall of
Of
Ball.
the
Walls of
Boston State.
So that plus Stone Skin that I have in it, which gives my equipped creature +0/+10, plus this, it'll swing with the good old 48 at people. Yeah.
You know
Especially-
where it would really go fun
Huh.
is if you were to build the Kingpin and put that shield on the Kingpin.
Quick thing
And then
for the ad
swing them.
read.
Yeah.
What was the creature we said that we use as the example for the power up? What was the name of that creature?
King the Conqueror.
Kang?
Hang the Conqueror.
Okay. All right. That's all.
Blue guy. Okay. All right. Scores as of right now for end of round 2. Chief Corgi sitting at 8.8. Moose sitting at 7.8, and Top 6.6.
I like it. I like it.
Anything can happen. All right. Let's get into the ad read. All right. We here at Military Grade Magic take our earwear seriously when we are out going to the gym, out for a run, or just doing a few errands. And when our friends over at Tinnitus Earbuds reached out to us, we just knew we had to get this product out to our fans and share the good news. Tinnitus earbuds are not like most earbuds. They offer terrible sound quality, controls that don't work, and a battery life that only lasts for approximately 1 hour in the gym. They guarantee the ringing in your ears will only worsen with continued use. So, imagine this, Top.
Mm-hmm.
You're going for a run, and your headphones actually work the entire time.
Okay.
Nothing, and I mean this, I mean nothing is more annoying than your music actually playing for you on your run. Tinnitus earbuds guarantee you they will cut out, and not only will they stop working, they will distort the noises and make them haunt you for years to come as you're trying to get by. They guarantee that your disability rating will go up as your hearing continues to decline over the years of use. So, if you want to get a higher disability on your VA rating, make sure you switch to them today, and be sure to use our link in the description of this video to get your free 10% off on your next set of tinnitus earbuds. Ad read over.
I like it. I like it.
So Moose, I don't know if you listened to our threat assessment video. We had GLP2 in that video. And then on the unaired episode so far, we had a bag of ass.
No, it's an air supplement system.
Oh, my bad. An air supplement system. And then tinnitus earbuds.
Well, I'll tell you this: it's kind of hard for me to roll, but you know what? I've heard a lot of good things about the air supplement systems. Matter of fact, here at my current unit, we have soldiers that use air supplement systems just before their PT tests.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
All right. All right. They can't all be winners. All right. Okay,
Final
you ready to get
round.
into the last one? Last round?
Last round.
Okay. I have it. This is my I think I'm gonna have to really sell this one, but I'm pretty I think this is gonna be a good card. All right, I have for my last pick Simic, the Astonishing Ant-Man.
Really?
Yeah. Was this your
Okay,
last
let's hear
pick?
the sale.
Huh?
Let's hear your sale.
Okay. Blue green. Whenever you draw a card, put a 1/1 counter on the Astonishing Ant-Man. Pay 2 and a green and tap and remove any number of 1/1 counters from the Astonishing Ant-Man and create that many 1/1 insect creature tokens. Okay. What does Simic do better than anybody?
Everything.
They draw
Landfall.
cards and they ramp. And they ramp. Let me tell you, whenever I draw a card, I'm going to put 1/1 counters on him. So you can get tall, and then when someone goes to remove him, I can tap 3, tap him, and remove those counters and just get a shit ton of ants. And then where you just had one problem before, now you just have a ton of problems. I see this as like a emergency eject card that is just going to become. Some decks have board wipe solutions. Some decks have mono removal in spades. I think this card is going to be really, really bad about just getting really, really tall, similar to Ant-Man, and then getting really, really small and just constantly evading issues where you're spreading out a bunch of fucking ants. I can see this being a menace, especially in Simic where you draw a shit ton of cards. And, again, not to just stack on stacks, but just imagining worst case scenario. Turn 1, I harden scales. And then turn 2, I play Astonishing Ant-Man. And then turn 3, Astonishing Ant-Man's already a 3/3. And then I'm just going to keep growing out of control from there. I see this card. If somebody sat across me at the table with this card, I'd be like, shit. Personally, kill it with fire. I just see this as a really, really good, hard to deal with commander, in my opinion.
Doubling
Turn the floor over to
season,
you.
parallel lives.
Doubling. The thing with doubling season is usually you're either like, oh, I really, really want tokens, or I really, really want counters. This one you're actually doing both. So
Before we get
doubling
any more into
season
this,
by doubling season into 8 and then tap it, I'm gonna get 16 ants. That's a fucking problem.
anytime I hear you say ants, all I can think of is Ants in My Eyes Johnson. I'm sorry. And I'm sitting over here laughing to myself.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Anyway. Yeah, dude.
Are these good prices?
Really good.
I don't know.
So fucking good. I can't believe just 2 mana for this, dude. Unreal.
That's I know.
Yeah,
Real.
that's broken at that price.
If
The
he
same
was
with
a
like
4-drop, I'd still be saying he's good.
Can we same with like Super Soldier Serum 2 for that as well.
Yeah.
Fucking real.
If I didn't have a Simic deck, I would probably try to build this. I think this is gonna get insane.
The only thing
I'm still looking for a Simic deck, so
the only thing I hate about this deck is it's going to run the exact same way every time you play it, and I think it'll get old really quick. But that's just me. That's the only problem with it, because the whole shtick is get your commander on the field, get him really big, and then get a bunch of crazy ants on the field or whatever, or hit someone for a real big commander. I don't know. Maybe there's other little win cons you can throw in it. I don't know. The card's going to be a fucking menace. I will absolutely say that, but I think after a while it'll get kind of boring, but that's just me.
Sure.
But I like it though. It's a really good card. Really, really good.
I think I can see where you're going with. I would, you could probably argue most of the decks I build are that way to a certain extent. I don't know. All right, what do you got, Moose? What do you think?
No, I honestly feel like you are right. This deck's going to be a menace. There's no way around it. It's going to be hard to deal with. I do feel that it's going to get played out real quick, and people are going to learn how to shut it down. But it's going to be a menace. It's going to be an outright menace, because if I go to remove it, you're just going to dump everything, create your army. You're going to go wide fast. 1/1 counters in green isn't hard to do.
Dude.
Especially with you having access to parallel lives, having access to doubling season, having access to all of these things. So you can double your ant, you can double your 1/1 counter. I can definitely see it being a good commander card. I can honestly see it doing really well in the command zone.
You wouldn't put this in the 99 for sure. This is definitely.
Oh yeah, I could never. Ant-Man wouldn't belong anywhere else. I don't see, because of how this card is set, I don't see him fitting anywhere else in a deck other than the command zone. I don't see him doing anything else to pilot.
Yeah. Can you imagine him with Consecrated Sphinx on the table?
Oof.
That's gonna be busted,
brother.
Oh my god.
And I'm gonna paying my commander for 32.
What's the card that allows you to tap your creatures to add mana?
Oh, there are a lot of cards that do that.
So that, and then there's a like Wellspring or something spring where it's X blue or X blue, draw X cards. Like you dump your +1/+1s, right? And to create all those tokens, and then you use those massive creatures with parallel lives that you doubled the amount to like do that, and then you draw like fucking 30 cards. Oh my goodness. It's gonna be so good.
Let me roll back to the last time we did this draft, and somebody decided they wanted to pick expansion algorithm to go into this. So I could see, I could see you proliferating the shit out of that, and then just going
so dumb.
I could see this, honestly. I could even see this being kind of built as a Super Friends deck, where you lean into planeswalkers because you're going 1/1 counters. You're going planeswalkers, and you're adding value on top of value, because with that you can proliferate the hell out of it. You could spread the love in so many different directions, so many different kinds of counters. You don't even just have to lean into the 1/1s for Ant-Man.
Okay, I'm going to take back what I said, Chief. I don't think, if you build this a particular way, I don't think this deck would get boring, because there are cards, if I remember right, that allow you, like on upkeep, remove move counters from creature to creature, right? Like you can manipulate your
Yeah,
counters.
like the Forgotten Ancient or
Yes.
whatever. Yeah.
So
Or
Yeah.
so you can like
Goldberry.
yeah, so
He
like
does it too.
you throw out what's the one Simic thing where it has like you get 20 counters on it, you win the game. It's like an alt
Oh,
win con
Growth
we have
Spiral.
that we have yet to like get off. You throw that in here.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
it's
talking
like Growth
about?
Spiral or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I think
Uh,
if if your whole shtick was get at a whole bunch of ants on the field, I think it would be lame. But I think there's so many like manipulate 1/1 counters cards to where you can probably make this very, very interesting. I take
I
back what
think
I
you could
say.
build a banger deck with this
Hmm
for
hmm
sure.
hmm hmm
Well,
Yeah.
he could totally still do lean insects into it, but I do feel like there are
I
so
just
many other directions you can go. Just
hmm
looking at, I'm looking at planeswalkers right now, seeing what kind of shenanigans this could cause
I'm just
if he were
saying,
to build
like,
a Super Friends.
say you're trying to build whatever, just a counters, but when people target your shit, nothing feels worse than when people are targeting your stuff. But if you have an emergency button, like if you have something like this, right? Because blue and green are also really good at untapping your stuff, or like untap target creature, and then you can tap the 3 mana to get your the other ability. If people have to think twice about removing your guys, like, oh, he's probably gonna. If I go to blow him up, he's gonna. If I go to Swords to Plowshare's commander, he's just gonna make 16 fucking ants, and I'm gonna be pissed. So I gotta, you know what I mean? If they have to think twice about their decisions for that, I just feel like that's just one more level of protection on your command. I don't know. I solid 4 for me. I just feel like this guy's great.
hmm I think so. I'm after
I'm
I
gonna,
got out of the headspace. I think this is a 4 as well.
I'm gonna have to give it. I'm gonna have to give it a 4.2. I'm gonna have to go a little bit higher because there's more than one way to build this. And I think you are that argument you bring that if I have to sit there and stare at it and go, damn, how do I go about removing this? Or if I have to stare at it longer than a second to figure out, okay, that's the problem. Now what?
Yeah.
Because if I'm going to blow this thing up, and now what was one creature that's a 10/10, I now have 10 little ants running around. That doesn't
Mm-hmm.
that kind of that can help, but that doesn't solve the problem.
Right. That's a different problem now. Okay. All right. All right, Moose. What's your second round pick?
Okay, my final round pick, and I'm surprised that it's made it this far. I honestly am very surprised that this lovable, snuggly, Wolverine-like creature made it this far. Because I figured one of you guys would have chosen Wolverine going into this. I really do.
You specifically said you didn't think we were going to pick it, whatever it was.
Well, no, the last one I picked was my commander choice.
Oh,
That was
okay.
the one I didn't think you guys would pick because I saw the value in the card draw. Wolverine, this one I had listed lower on my draft pick. This one was not even supposed to be in my top three because I didn't think it would make it this
Wolverine,
far.
best there is, or
Wolverine Fierce
Spider.
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 That's the one I'm looking at right now as my third round draft pick.
All right.
So
This
Wolverine Fierce Spider.
is. Oh, this is the one that heals himself every time he's done damage. Yeah,
Yes.
this guy's pretty good.
So it's two, a red and a green. He's a hasty 3/5. When he enters, he fights up to one target creature. If damage would be dealt to Wolverine, that damage is dealt, but all other damages already dealt to him is healed.
Yeah.
So you have to
In
kill
its
him, right?
purest form,
You have to
you have
kill
to
him and hit.
one shot him. There is no way around it. You can throw an army at him, you can do whatever you want, but you have to one shot him. You can't even gut shot him 5 times for the kill. You have to do it 5 or nothing.
Yeah, I've the number of combos I've seen off this guy already for like people are saying like you can wipe the entire board every round with him is insane. This he's a really really good card and he's Gruul. It's easy to build a fight deck around him. Yeah, no, he's great. For sure. I don't know. There's just so much removal anymore, or Blasphemous things like that. He's gonna that's not gonna kill him. So,
A blasphemous act would kill him, but you would have to play into you would definitely have to play into the exile removals more than the damage based removal.
yeah,
And a lot of colors don't have that. Because when you
no.
look at green, it's all fight spells.
Hmm.
Red, it's all damage. When you go into white, that's where you have swords, path, and what's that new one that came out in Strixhaven?
Road.
Erode. So those will be problems, but those are always going to be problems. But if you can't one shot him, then that's going to leave him wide open.
I thought there
I
was
think
a
the one thing I
Wolverine
kind of
card
wish
that did damage to each player equal to the amount of damage dealt to him. Or did I misread something?
Stuffy. That's one of the ones. It's like Stuffy Ragdoll or whatever.
Oh, okay.
yeah, Stuffy Doll.
Yeah,
Okay.
Stuffy Doll. Where you could just fucking do a bazillion damage to Wolverine, then do that much damage to each player. Yeah. 'Cause why not? Yeah. No, he's great. This is definitely a Moose card for sure. Just based off everything we've said so far. It's how he builds decks. Nothing wrong with that. Just not for me. I would just say with the sheer amount of all the love that Gruul can get to try to stick it to Izzet, I'd say this is a solid 4 as far as Gruul always needs more commanders in my opinion, so
Trying to find a way to where you can keep triggering his enters ability. There's not much blink
that's the
in
thing. That's the
in
thing
red
with
and green.
So
there's not a lot of
yeah, with
blink.
red, there's not a lot of blink. It's more copy effects out of red, but copying Wolverine wouldn't work because it's state-based actions. You would lose the legendary copy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like what we were talking about with Ant-Man with the make them think twice about removing him because you're just gonna get another fight spell out of it when he comes on the field. Is really all that is.
How can this be 4 mana and Ant-Man be 2? Riddle me that. Riddle me that.
Yeah, I see you. I hear you.
Makes no sense. Anyway, I would give this. I give it a 3. I give it a 3.
Oh wow.
I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it to the 4s that I gave. It is not on the same level of the 4s I gave tonight. I can't give it a 4. It is not a
my
bad
4
card though.
is my 4 is strictly based off like it's only been a week and there's already like 20 combo pieces for this card to like go infinite. So that's strictly what I'm going off with mine is like this card very easily can like wipe the entire board and do everything. So that's my reasoning behind it.
Okay.
But yeah. All right, so we got a 3 and a 4. What do you got, Moose?
You know, I see this. I see a lot of Commander's deck being built out of this guy. I see him coming in, doing what Wolverine does. He's taking names and whipping ass. That's what I see Wolverine doing. I've got to give him at least a 4. People have already started going nuts over this. So I see this card coming in.
I do want to just say if the card had said Wolverine comes on the battlefield and you have to pull your pants down and let your opponent spank you, people would probably still build Wolverine decks just because they love Wolverine. But
Oh, that's a fact. That is 100% fact.
It's like the Deadpool card. It could have been a really shitty card and they would have still made it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. You got last round pick.
All right.
We need a big pull.
My 4th round, I am on the fence on because you took my 2nd, I did my 3rd. My 4th and 5th are kind of tied.
Okay.
It just depends. Okay, I've already done one for Braids, so it will be my honorable mentions. All right, so my 3rd round draft pick is going to be Cosmic Cube. It is 5 generic for an artifact ward 2. Whenever you attack, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may cast a spell from among them with mana value less than or equal to the greatest power among attacking creatures you control without paying its mana cost, put the rest at the bottom of your library in any order. I love swinging big creatures. I'm seeing this as, repeated value. I think if you could only get one turn out of this, rough. But it protects itself with Ward 2. So people are going to have to pay into it more to remove it. If I swing in with Dino Nuggies, if I swing in with Tuvasa, if I swing in with, I just can't go in Oops All Creatures. But my big power decks, I think, this could have game-chinging value repeatedly.
The fact that it's cast a spell and not a creature spell is huge.
Yeah.
I think that my only gripe with this card is that it's asking for a lot. You want a big bomb spell, and you also need a big bomb creature to be swinging to get your best. You know what I mean? Like in your Walgreens world, as Top would say, you want to be swinging a 9-drop creature so that you can get a 9-drop spell and close out the game or whatever, right?
But if I throw this in Dino Nuggies, man, I mean, all dinosaurs swing with a stick, dude. Jesus.
No. Well, you don't need any more free shit in your dinosaur deck. But if it was gonna be in a deck, this is great in Dino Nuggies. It's fantastic. I think my only gripe, like I said, is like the scope for this is kind of small.
Yeah, it's narrow.
But in the card, in the decks that it goes in, it's gonna be the one that you're like, man, I hope I draw it this game. I can play it. But yeah, I think it's great. And the turn you play it, that you can get you can get shit off at this. You know what I mean? A lot of these cards that we're talking about, like, oh, this is gonna be great next turn.
Yep. 100%.
But this you can get your effect out of the same turn. I think it's great. Narrow in scope, but in the decks it's in, it's gonna be great.
Moose, what do you think? He's speechless. 5 out of 5.
Wow. I'm gonna say 3.75 for me.
So on this, I think if you do the build the right way, I think you're gonna get more value out of this card than just hoping to hit something, than just that one big beefy creature.
Yeah.
Because even if you're building all creatures and they all stay around the same curve, that's where you're looking at getting your value, is that you're going to hit that curve every time. It's kind of like I don't want to compare it to Thrumming Stone in that, but I want to say that if you're playing it and you're constantly flipping cards and you're constantly getting those attack triggers, or you're constantly getting those abilities to use these things, then you're going to see the value on it. Case in point, my Ishin deck, which did amazingly well tonight, the curve on that is low enough where if I can get one of my creatures out there, that I'm going to hit something every time I activate it. Without a doubt, I'm going to get something. If I were to shift it and play it in my Balin the Haymaker deck, I'm going to get value off of it. It's just going to dictate how much value you have based on the curve.
Yeah.
So I see it having more places than just in big, beefy, swingy decks. But it is going to be a very aggro card.
That's how your boy plays.
I'm just saying, if I paid 5 mana for a Cosmic Cube, but like the base power for most of my creatures is a 3, and like so the highest spell I'm ever gonna get for free is a 3, I'm gonna be a little upset with Cosmic Cube, is what I'm saying.
So take my Jolly Balloon Man for example, because I'm copying creatures and I'm swinging with copies. I'm not actually swinging with creatures. I'm swinging with copies. So there's no love lost there. So there's definite value on it in those decks. Or if I'm playing with it in my Big Butts Matters, there's still value
power,
on
not
there.
toughness, sadly.
Yeah, it's power, not toughness.
Oh, okay.
This would go good in your 1/1 counters decks if Ant-Man gets up to 10. 15, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Get a 15 drop spell for free.
It's the bad thing is you could whiff with this, right?
Sure.
You could whiff with this. So it's not a guaranteed thing, but anything that says play for free,
Oh no, this
pretty good.
if I was gonna be playing something like this, you'd be running your like mystical tutors
Mm-hmm.
and then put your extra turn spell on top and then swing 7/7 Ant-Man, get mystical and then get that extra
Vampiric
turn
Tutor
spell.
in response to the trigger of this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then I'll put something on top and get to play it for
Yeah.
free. Yeah.
All right.
That's where I see this spell. Yeah.
3.75. What was Moose?
Yep.
I'd have to be in at a 3.5.
Okay. Me, I have to go 3.5, to be fair. I don't think it is on the same power curve. It wouldn't be it would never be truly consistent unless you're in a deck that manipulates your top deck all the time, right?
Top deck manipulating, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think it's on the same playing field consistency wise with Ultron that I gave a 4 on today, and absolutely not on the same power level as that Iron Man bananas.
Oh my gosh.
But
right.
the potential, if you can consistently get what you need somehow, like you can, in response to the trigger, go get what you need to put it on top so you know you will get it, brother, it would be a 4. So I have to give it a 3.5.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. You average out at 3.6 for that. All right. Final scores. Top, you got 9.9 this set.
Okay.
Moose, you got 11.5. And then I'm sitting pretty at 12.9. I had some banger picks. Being first really came in clutch.
Yeah,
This
it's like first in
program.
turn order. All right, quick.
Yeah.
Everyone give their, if you have any remaining, just give the quick names right quick. We'll start
Squirrel
with you two.
Girl is green, mono green Cranko.
Okay.
I felt like it was too easy to pick her, so I didn't pick her. Same thing we talked about with Ant-Man, where if you can turn those squirrels into mana, you can go infinite on squirrels.
Okay.
It's fucking insane. So if you don't have a mono green deck and you like squirrels, you can do it now. That's my number 1. And then number 2 was a Braids card. It's the 10 rings.
I had that was my 4 and 5.
It's too expensive for paying it for fairly in fair magic, but if you can play it for free in Braids, it's going to be like one of those cards you're fetching for every game.
100% it's going in.
Yep.
Moose.
Anybody? What else? What we got?
What did you have?
I've got to give an alibi for Mjolnir, Hammer of Thor.
My man. He was on my list.
Yeah, I think the only thing I don't necessarily like is that there are very specific creatures that cannot wield him. Meanwhile, Obosh can.
What the fuck are you trying to say? He's trying to say Obosh isn't worthy?
Obosh is worthy, technically.
It is. Yeah, it's a red creature. It's not. It's a horror. It's non-villain.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Nicobolus is worthy.
Hey. You know.
So I mean, there's some room for discussion on that equip worthy, but ultimately, I think that double all damage, that's going to be fun because it specifically does not say combat damage.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to come into play in more decks than people give it credit for.
Also, it enters and does 4 damage to something.
That's removal.
Get on an equipment deck. If you can get your equipment to also double slot, kind of like what we were talking about when we were doing our deck building set. If you can get your stuff to double slot, so your equipment's also running, it's like a partial removal. That's fucking great. So you can take up one of your removal slots and still be in your equipment. That's great for Voltron.
Okay.
It does occur to me while I'm on the subject that Gutter Snipe is worthy.
He's always worthy, my friend. Always worthy.
Yeah, well, fuck that guy.
But the only bad thing is he's in a deck where it's all about, like, I don't want to. I was thinking, it's like, man, I want to put this in Feather. I'm like, Blake. I said top.
Which is his real name.
Yeah. I need to stay on the plan that is Feather. Although this would be great and it doubles his damage. the intent of Feather is instants and sorceries. As soon as I start adding in all these other cards, it takes away from that. So
yeah, that would be like a pet card in there. It wouldn't fit.
All right, so I have one honorable mention. All cards I have picked today have been said. So I have Claim the Kingdom, enchantment, plan, landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put 1/1 counter on target creature you control. And then the plan also gets a counter. When it gets its 4th counter, you sacrifice it, then you put an indestructible counter on target creature you control. I thought that was pretty good. However, I want to try to sell you one last time on Multiverse Incursion. I think we need to add a rule. The person who gets last, they can make one last, if they want, for a card.
Even if we bumped it to 5, you'd still lose.
I know,
but
okay. Multiverse Incursion. We talked about power up today. That's why I asked about the creature we talked about. Because I wanted to read about how power up worked again. So you would be able to get all your power up triggers again for each creature because of this. Would that sway your overall rating for this?
It's 7 mana, and then I got to pay another 8 or 4 mana to do the extra turn thing.
I'm just saying.
I mean, that's a lot of mana.
Just saying.
That's just too much mana at that point. At that point, if you're going to play it, even without the power-ups, you need to be at a state where you can win the game right now. Power-ups don't even matter at this point.
I will always Super Saiyan up my creatures before I swing them. All right. I don't got any more tonight. Do you, Chief?
Yeah. No. I'm sticking with my original rating on Multiverse Incursion.
Okay. So. Fair enough.
Sorry, that's gonna be a no for me. As the Sharks.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say no. To me, that's just too much mana. When you cast that spell, you had better be winning the game without all of that extra stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. If you play Multiversal Incursion, you better
Okay.
You better prove to me that it's the game. Is all I'm saying.
I just can't wait to be validated the day that I play this with Braids, and everyone's just
You're
like, "Oh my god!"
You're on the same Muddle watch as Moose. You got to prove to me that this card's worth it.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Okay. Hey, we all take our swings. That's the fun of new set draft. Well, all right. Well, thanks everyone for playing. I don't think we got anything next week, unless I'm wrong.
I can't think of anything.
Already pre-planned. We'll figure something out. As per usual. But yeah, well, Moose, thank you so much for joining us.
No, thank you for having me.
Of course. And yeah, well, we'll see y'all back next week. We'll figure something out, and if not, we'll just sit softly in some dimly lit hallway hum.
Yeah.
No big deal. All right.
Yeah. All right, I'll roll the outro music here. Y'all have
a good
night. Bye. That's a new record. Almost 2 hours. 1 hour, 58 minutes.
White wind is whistling through the trees. Blue water flows so wild and free. Red fire dances in the night. Green earth stands strong with all its might. Black night, preparing the way for the dawn. Bring them all together and feel the full brawn. Heartbeats echo with the land. 5 colors united hand in hand. Calling heroes near and far. Shining bright like every star. Captain Wolf, hear our cry. Save the world, don't let it die. Work the powers in your name. Together we can win the game. Captain Warbird, hear our cry. Save the world, don't let it die. Work the powers in your name. Together we can win the game. When our enemies start to rise, look inside and realize any of our titans can turn the tide. Dragon, Slivers, Progenitus, they are all alongside. Mountains tall and plains so vast. The depths of the swamp and beauty of the island we behold. seasons change, but the forest endures. With our guardians here, our victory is assured.